Welcome to Power Skills and the first power skill, self-mastery. Can we master something we don't understand? Can we become a masters of something we don't know? I believe no. This is why in this video we're going to take a step back, travel throughout the globe and explore what is the self. Our first stop is in Japan, in Kyoto, and I want you to imagine a young woman sitting next to a Buddhist temple, in the quiet dance of thousand bells. Cherry scent is all around her, and a Buddhist monk passes by. He bows at her, but what is he bowing at? Does he see her, her body, her mind, her soul, her story? As he bows with eyes closed, it looks like he is not seeing her, but he is seeing something beyond her. What is the self? What is this Buddhist monk bowing to, seeing a stranger close to a Buddhist temple? Now, I want us to move to another place. I want us to move to the desert of Sahara. I was once there watching the sunset. No one around me. All the safari people were far away. I somehow managed to go a bit deeper into the desert where I can only hear myself. Looking at the sunset, I asked myself, who am I? Am I my job title? Am I my accomplishments? Am I my failures? What defines me? The number of times I have attempted something and failed? Or the number of times I have succeeded? What matters most? Am I my skills? Am I my rewards, awards? Am I what is written on my business card? Who am I? And there in the desert, in the quiet, I felt like the self is the master of it all. Not my job title, not my failures, nor my accomplishments or awards are who I am. I am something beyond that. And let's move forward to the streets of Kolkata in India. Seeing a young girl dance in the super dirty streets, dressed like a beggar with very poor clothes, she's so attuned to her environment. As I watched her dance, it seemed to me she's so connected to the very tissue of life. Is she less herself because she has less? Is she less connected to herself? What is the self and how is it separate from everything else? In Japan, the concept of kokoro merges the mind, soul, and body into one. Unlike Western culture, where we tend to separate the soul, the emotions, and the mind in order to manipulate them better, Japan sees kokoro as one whole self, a combination of your deepest emotions and desires, your thoughts, and your body. But wait, are you your automatic thoughts or emotions? Or is the self the master who creates those emotions and thoughts? This is a question that still remains unanswered. As we move to the Sahara and to Egypt, there what we see is a different picture. In ancient Egypt, the soul was not a single thing, but a constellation of things that work together, like Ka, your life force, or Ba, your personality, and even your name was sacred. In ancient Egypt, you also had the Ib, your heart. So the self was a constellation of all those elements who work together. And then we move to India. Indians have asked themselves, who am I, longer than any other civilization. In the Upanishads, they talk about the Atman. The Atman is not the persona. It's not your character, your characteristic. It's something beyond. It's something that is beyond what can be named, beyond what can be given a name. So throughout cultures, we see that people had different ideas of what is the self. Which one is right? I don't think there is one idea that is right. But I believe in one's life, one can at least once decide to be a philosopher. And to be a philosopher doesn't mean to just sit and think fruitlessly. It means to explore important concepts so that you can integrate them in your life and live a deeper and fuller life. And in this video, I invite you to start asking yourself, what is the self? And if you wish to have some points which will help you, you can see the self as constellation of many things: mind, thoughts, soul, even name, as the Egyptians and the Western culture. You can also choose to see the self as one whole which is beyond anything that can be named, as the Atman in the Indian culture. But what I suggest that you meditate on is the fact that there is your true self, and many traditions have spoken of it. And then there is your social self or your conditioning, your limiting beliefs, your prejudice, your idea about the world, your automatic emotional reactions, and your habits are your social self. They're not bad or good in essence, but this is not something you were born with. You are born with something greater, larger, deeper, your true self or your essence. And once you connect to it, you are able to start changing everything else. From the place of connection to your inner self, to your true self, you can see what no longer serves you, recognize it, accept it, and let it go. But if we look at any big transformation, from Novak Djokovic, who once decided he can just not lose, he had to win, to entrepreneurs and important people in the business and political world, almost every big journey of success started with this realization that there is a self beyond your immediate thoughts, emotions, and actions. And in this video, I invite you to explore that self. And the way you can do that is by journaling. You can do that by just thinking about it. You can do that with meditation and with sitting in silence and just holding the idea of what is my true self. And this matters greatly because we are going to talk about self-mastery. And you cannot master something that you don't know, but also it's impossible to reach self-mastery unless you're able to connect to the self. Because self-mastery begins with establishing that connection to your deeper inner true self. And from that place, making decisions. Grabbing your phone and going on TikTok, turning on the TV and starting to watch a Netflix series, grabbing your PlayStation and playing for hours, this is not your true self. These are your reflexes. These are habitual actions, emotions, and thoughts that you have developed almost being in a zombie state without conscious thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not judging those behaviors. This is not my intention. My intention is to emphasize the importance of disconnecting from all your habitual behaviors, from everything that you do from habit, from everything that has become almost automatic, and giving yourself some space to just be with yourself in silence, without social media, without a TV, without a computer, and just starting to feel this connection to your true self. And if you're wondering, what does this have to do with career and business? Wait to see the video of self-mastery and how self-mastery precisely is the one skill that can make the difference in the beginning of your career when you're about to make your big moves. But for now, I simply invite you to explore, reflect, and connect to your inner true self.